Welcome back to Aunt and Andrew, another episode where family's everything.
Until it's not. I'm Aunt.
And I'm Andrew.
Hi, Andrew.
You're getting much better at your intro.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, practice makes perfect. Well,
I mean, so before we begin, we have to acknowledge that we have to remember that this was 24 hours before the Pump reunion. So we were thinking about something coming.
Other things. Right.
Yes.
Right. I finally agree with you that the whole season of Jersey was overshadowed by Pump.
So you can't really give it a fair, I don't know. It still might have been a little boring to me.
A little bit.
You liked a couple that you really liked. I like, it was consistently above average.
It needs a little tweaking.
Yeah, like Melissa and Joe Gorga need to leave.
And Margaret.
I think Margaret's good without
Margaret
Melissa taken down.
Margaret showed that she doesn't need to be around. Okay, we'll get to that. Anyways, I want to start with Teresa's wedding was beautiful, but I think she got screwed over by Bravo because Kim Zolciak got 3 or 4 episodes. Candy got a whole big separate episode. Tamara Barney got her whole wedding episode of several. Cynthia Bailey, I can remember every little detail of her wedding, even though it was within Atlanta. Bethany got her own. Bethany got married. Bethany Gets Married.
Bethany had like 6 shows. Bethany gets a new apartment. Bethany gets divorced.
Baby, the whole
Bethany takes a shit. Bethany, I don't know. Bethany jumps in the Hudson.
Had her wedding.
Yeah.
And they incorporated Teresa's wedding into the season of Jersey. And I thought we were going to get 3 episodes of the wedding, but I think this is all we see of the wedding, right?
I have a feeling that, I have a couple hypotheses of why.
They already got married. They cut the cake. What else?
It could have been their wish too. Maybe like the kids don't have the time, like we're doing different things. And maybe Teresa's actually like, I don't want the stress.
I think she was getting paid for it and she didn't really care how much she gave them. I think they paid her. I thought it was supposed to be 3 episodes of Teresa Gets Married, but it was 1. And I was
maybe she said, you're not paying me enough for 3.
I don't know. I think it was all in the editing.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe. I mean,
because her going for her dresses, the girls going for their dresses, talking to Joe, that all could have been its own episode, really, if they wanted to. Maybe Teresa and the Judices just didn't give enough content to make it a 3 episodes like I thought it was. I thought it was 3 episodes, but I'm going to say Louie's creepy. Sorry.
He's a little bit creepy. Yeah.
He's a little bit creepy. I didn't realize how creepy he was until this episode.
I also think that he was on cocaine in the finale.
Oh,
remember his eyes? And there's all this stuff online that a bunch of them were blowing lines.
Oh, I didn't read that. Well, I believe that.
And I have a feeling Louie has never done it. I have this crazy hypothesis because I'm in recovery. So I feel like I have this creativity that Louie was trying to first and foremost, he did say hi to Joe Gorga. I don't know if anyone's watched it back, but he says, hey, Joe, how's it going? And Joe Gorga made it seem like he didn't. Not that we're going to go back to that episode.
No, we're not. I have no sympathy for Joe Gorga.
But I think that Louie was trying to make an effort that day, a little bit, as much as he wanted to, even though he, obviously got so angry. And I think he blew a line with Melissa and Joe in the bathroom, to try to be cool, to fit in, because that's who's rumored to have done it. John Fuda, Melissa, and Joe.
We're blowing.
That's what it says online. So I have a feeling Louie won with them. And then he got all fucked up because he's never done it before or something. And that's why his eyes were like.
I don't know. I don't believe that. I believe the other 3 were in the bathroom. I don't know about Melissa because she seems to me, Gorga, Fuda, Melissa seems like the type that when she's on camera, that she tries not to lose too much content with connection with reality.
Did you watch the finale?
I watched the finale
when she chased Teresa into the kitchen and
but I think she was still under. I think that was. I don't think that she personally. I don't see her using while filming.
Okay, well, I don't know about that.
That's all.
We can move on from that because I have to
because that doesn't matter.
For certain, in Teresa Gets Married, they were not doing cocaine, because my first thought from the beginning, how calm 3 days before your wedding, but just compared to how she's always in her confessionals and her interviews, that was season 1 Teresa. Giggling, laughing, allowing Louie to be right and her to be wrong. Like, it was just normal, and it was so nice and so refreshing. And I hope that if Melissa's the problem, that Bravo gets rid of Melissa, because you have big fighters now.
You saw old Tree before Melissa came.
Yeah, I saw the fun Teresa that made Teresa, where she didn't have haters. She had people that were laughing at her flipping a table because she couldn't put 3 sentences together in
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Any other way. Right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. But I want to say, I think Louie's creepy because, let's face it, his dad's extra too.
Oh my God. His dad was great though.
His dad's a little extra also. His family's quite eccentric, actually, if you ask me, but I thought the way I like the sister. Yeah, she's fine.
I wanted to know her rate. I would love for her to marry me and Brad.
Oh, really? I'm sure she'd help you.
She's skinny, she's tan, and she's kind, and she has a very nice voice.
It's very funny that she's so tall and her brothers really aren't.
Must run in the Italians in New Jersey, that Teresa
I don't know
Joe.
What that was all about. But I did think Teresa got a little bit shortchanged, for lack of a better word.
You mean on viewer, on air?
No, it should have been at least 2 episodes. I couldn't believe when the sword came out. I was like, is this over? Wow, that was quick. It was only 40 minutes. I just did. Now, I want to say that
I have another hypothesis.
Okay.
Maybe the Gorga is filmed and there was a lot of footage, and then they couldn't use it because they decided to not go. Maybe didn't sign a contract, said they wouldn't be in it. And so maybe they lost footage that the Gorgas were in.
Oh, that could be. I'm not sure about that, but I don't know. I want to talk about those girls who I think are exceptional. Girls. I think they're exceptional. I loved that we heard
Milania Giudice is everything. That's my note.
Everything. She's so gangsta. It's not funny.
Is she crying? Why is she crying?
I just lost you. I loved it.
Rosie. Here, that was Rosie.
Yeah, it was Rosie. Yeah, she was. You could see that gene came out, that Giudice gene.
Rosie.
Well, not a Giudice gene, a Gorga gene, actually. It was a Gorga gene because they would be Gorgas.
Yeah.
But I loved Gabriella was talking because we haven't heard her talk forever and on camera. She has been very shut down for a long time. And so I think, even though I think Louie's creepy, he's given them some stability where they're able to have a little bit more confidence, all of them. It's hard to believe Adriana is only 12 years old. She looks 16, 17. Milania, she's not taking anything. She is Joe Giudice.
Oh, yeah.
Just in the female form. And she doesn't care. God bless you. But I love those girls. And I thought the way they were like, no, we're not talking about him. Anybody talking about him today? No, we're done. And I love that Gia speaks for them. Me and my sisters, he's done. Like, they're together. They're a team. And they, how we talked last week about how Rachel and Tom Sandoval are a little bit trauma bond.
Yes.
Those girls,
love versus lust.
Yeah. Those girls have a trauma bond too, because they went through a lot with their mom and dad going through.
Yeah. And I will say that.
Yeah.
What I had to rewind 3 times because I couldn't stop laughing. And it just shows how a gold of a housewife she is, because even in the limited guest role that she had in this episode, Danielle, when she says, they say the higher the hair, the closer to Jesus. Well, girl, Jesus is for you.
It was so good. It was so good. I wrote that down. God is looking down at Teresa. I love Teresa. That. It was but Margaret came off so bad in this episode. So bad.
Did Jackie give you, because Jackie redeemed herself a slight bit for me when she said to Margaret It's not about you. It's not about that today. They're not here.
She stayed. And it made Jenn.
Class.
Yes, I agree. She stayed. She's like, nah, I'm here. It has
Her
nothing
and
to
Evan
do.
would not leave.
Nope, they didn't leave, and I give them credit.
That's the real money from past season. That's the real class.
Yeah. And when Jenn Fessler followed Margaret, ride or no ride, she could have found a ride from somebody else. Uber. She could have called an Uber. She could have got out of there any other way. It made her look, sorry, Jenn Fessler, you look like Margaret's little bitch at that moment. Yeah. And it made Margaret very small and very petty. Like, I got to get out of here. Oh, I can't. Oh, is it time? Let's go. Like, before the introductions or anything, it was like, I'm coming to get my film time. I got this dress. I'll be the focus. I'll pretend I'm crying. And she came off very small and very, very petty, especially where there were so many other housewives there.
There was exactly. There was. She could have avoided Teresa and Louie the whole time.
Yeah, never even, just went the other way when they came around the tables.
How about Jill Zarin getting the drama, the spilling hot tea? Of course, Jill finds a way to make the edit of her coming over, and she goes to Margaret. Oh, you look wonderful. And you know what? I have to say, Jill Zarin, though, yes, she was my first boss, so this is why I have an affinity for her. But I have to say, how fearless is she to walk up on camera and without missing a beat, because she knows that no one's going to judge her, to be like, you look great. Because so many people these days tap dance around weight and stuff. And if someone looks good, you should tell them they look good.
Yeah, of course you should. Yeah,
like,
why not?
I thought that was good. And I don't know.
Of course, in a crowd like that, though, almost everybody looks good.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part of the wedding, oh my God, the wedding, was Dorinda dancing with Frankie.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was so great. She knew that was going to make the cut.
This should have been called The Circus Comes to Town. I'm sorry. That should have been the name, because who wants to watch somebody take a sword out of their throat while you're eating filet mignon? And the burlesque dances. And I think Frank Catania, he was looking for his ones. He was going to start making it rain.
I think so too. And I have to say that I think that what also really got me was the fact that the girls were like, the Judites, it just seemed very produced. I don't know. Maybe it's because I just feel as if maybe this is the first wedding I've seen where I've actually really paid attention and analyzed it, like a Bravo wedding. I'm saying, I just feel like, oh my God, could you imagine your wedding day having producers there being like, all right, now we're gonna do this and now we're gonna do that? I'd be like, oh my God.
For the girls, it's easy.
Yeah.
I think for the other guests, it has to be a little bit hard, especially if you're just a normal person, to all of a sudden have these cameras around. But yeah, Danielle had no problem bringing it. Phaedra. It was like a housewife reunion. I wrote it all down. We had Margaret and Jackie. Okay. I don't think either one, well, I will say Jackie redeemed herself. Margaret shouldn't have went. No, if she was going to pull what she should, she just showed she was Gorga Army, just there to spy. That's all.
How about Ramona Singer wasn't even there?
And she ruined the invitation. All the drama she caused, she didn't. Did she not go, or she didn't get invited at the end?
No, I don't
we
think
don't
so.
Have that. But we had Alexia from Miami. We had Chanel from Dubai.
Ion. Yeah.
We had Phaedra. We had Kenya Moore.
Yeah.
We had Jill and Dorinda.
I think Cynthia Bailey was there too. There was
Cynthia Bailey was there. I wrote them all down as I saw them. Ashley.
Oh, Ashley Darby. Yeah.
Yeah. Margaret, Chanel, Jenn Fessler. Well, she was supposed to be there. I don't know. It was great. Now, Teresa's hair was unbelievable.
It was too much.
I just want to say she must have had the worst headache of her life. I can't even imagine. You know what? In the previews for the reunion, I think she looks better. Her hair's short. Well, yeah. She has it short. It's not long. It looks fantastic. I think Tree looks fantastic. And the reunion with her hair short. I just do. Frank, I want to say Frank Catania, he he did look a little confused. He kind of had a little bit of that, like, go, where am I going? What am I doing? And there were reports that there wasn't enough food at the wedding. There was plenty of food at that wedding. I mean, there was plenty of food at that wedding. And I'd like to say the Satch, she should be Jersey's new Big Ange, because she's amazing. And why we haven't seen more of the Satch, I'll never know, because
she comes in at the best times.
Yeah, so good. Let's have a toast to the best looking people here. Us.
And then she comes in and she goes over and she's like, the brother. Like she did that earlier in the season.
Yes, no, she's good. I don't know why she's not in more. She needs to become somebody's best friend. I'll tell you
Big Ange, you're so right. That's the Big Ange of
she's
New
the
Jersey.
Big Ange of Jersey. The Satch.
I love that.
I call her Satch because she said Satch. That's what they put up. Satch. I'm Satch. I'm a Sagittarian. I'm calling her. I don't know what her real name is.
I'm a Sag too.
I know you are.
So what are you the most excited about for the reunion?
Oh, I mean, just all of it. And I wonder if, as volatile as Pump Rules was, which we'll talk about later, if Jersey is going to be at the, I have a feeling Jersey's going to be above Pump Rules.
I don't think so.
I do. I don't know.
No. It's not going to be. It's different.
I sort of do. I sort of do.
It's different.
I want to say there was too many. Everything was over the top at this wedding. The knife they cut the cake was over the top. The cake was over the top. I didn't like Teresa's second dress at all. The first one I didn't mind. The second one I didn't care for. I did love the fact that Louie wanted to get it on real quick. In the elevator, whatever, Yeah. I loved that Olivia was crying.
Oh, she's the best.
She's so sweet.
She went to the Milania Judice school to get on TV.
Yeah, she did. She's good. I will give these ladies credit though. They never miss an opportunity to self-promote. And when Jen Aiden came in with the bedazzled Aiden plastic surgery on her, it was like, I mean, they never fail. They never fail. I'm surprised that Jill Zarin didn't come with candles or something.
I thought Jill was going to be there. Yeah, exactly.
That's Seriously. What I was waiting for. Where are the face masks? Jill Zarin's here. I don't think she's making them anymore. Remember, she spent the whole summer just tie-dyeing masks in 2020.
Oh my God, we should go. I'll have to send you. She has her ladies or her luncheon in August in the Hamptons.
Oh, really?
It's really fun.
I bet it is.
I've never been, but I've always seen the photos.
Well, it's ladies. You're not.
And now she's even more. Yeah, but guys go. Like it's like it's like a luncheon. But now that she's back in the housewife universe, I bet she has even more housewives there.
Yeah, maybe. So next week with the reunion, did you see the preview?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know where I'm going to go with it. I mean, I think it might be more volatile than the Danielle stub and Teresa.
I mean, Teresa, and I don't like how John Fuda seems pretty gangster, in the preview.
Well, I think he is a little mobbed up.
I think so. I think he knows people, and I also think he I think
he's a little mobbed up. And Rachel didn't go to the wedding. I give her credit for that. Rachel did not go to the wedding, or she wasn't invited, but she didn't go.
She didn't go, and she sat there. I liked it because she didn't react whatsoever, whether she has lots of Botox or she just didn't react when her husband said that to Louie. Like, I know you guys, I got your number. She just sat there and looked straight ahead serious, which leads me to believe that he is probably dangerous. Like,
yeah, no, Fuda looks dangerous to me, and she seems like the wife that looks the other way and just is like, oh, that's a whole other thing. Has nothing to do with me. I look the other way. And
we're not the looks the other way. She just doesn't.
No, she just looks the other way. And
she knows that that's not her part of the conversation.
Too, though, because Teresa did that. Play dumb. I don't know. That's his thing. I'm just saying you have to be careful.
Oh, you mean outside of the not the fact that she is oblivious to it. She just chooses not to ask details.
Right.
Got it.
I don't think Teresa was ever oblivious to it either. I just don't.
Come on, please. She was like the mafia princess. Okay, please. Teresa was ready to rumble and she could throw down with the best of them. You see her flip the table.
Yeah. No, I know that, but I don't think Teresa, I think Teresa knew more than she claims she knew. And I love Teresa. I still love Teresa. I love her daughters. I thought it was a great wedding. I just wish I saw more, and I feel like she got
shortchanged.
I would have liked to seen their first dance. And
we kind of saw that
a little bit. No, we saw a little bit of it, but I would have liked if he danced with each one of the girls for a little bit.
Or maybe his mother too would have been nice.
His mother, you know what I mean? Something for the girls to dance with their mom. I don't know. I just feel like we lost a lot of the wedding.
I mean, like he could have maybe, his dad maybe could have danced with Teresa and like, you know, even like touched her a little bit and been really creepy.
That is creepy. The father's creepy. And I want to say it was very strange to me that during the wedding, which did look hot, I would have been melting, that Louie's back was sweating, but he had no sweat on his face. I found it quite interesting. That if you look at the back of his tuxedo, it's all wet on his back, but his face had no sweat. I don't know how he does that. It's quite interesting. I have no idea. But like I said, they all were wearing Spanx and they probably did stink by the time they got out of their outfits that night. But it was great. Mazel tov to Teresa and Louie. And I hope they have a long life together because they seem. Oh, and I just want to say one more thing. It was maybe one of the most awkward and creepiest kisses. First kiss since Liza Minnelli married David Guest. And if anybody is out there who's new to this world, Liza Minnelli married David Guest, I don't know, 20 years ago or so. Michael Jackson was the best man or best woman. I forget now. And one other famous person was the maid of honor. And go look it up if you want the best laugh of your life to see Liza Minnelli's first kiss with David Guest. It's priceless.
Amazing. Well, I'll have to check it out.
You have to. It's the best thing ever. And I have to try to remember go look up who was the best. I know Michael Jackson was the best man. And then somebody else famous was the maid of honor. It was so good.
We'll have to look and see.
Carol Sager Bager. What was her name? Carol Bayer Sager.
I don't know.
She was married to Burt Bacharach.
I don't even know who that is.
The moment I wake up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that song.
That's Dionne Warwick, but he was the David Foster of his time.
Oh, got it. Okay. Well, that was a nice Hollywood history lesson for everyone.
I can take you there.
We're going to have recaps after the reunions. And also we are going to do a special on ranking our favorite Jersey housewives of all time, like Abby Lee Miller pyramid style. So we're going to put them, you know, who's on the bottom, who's on the top of the pyramid.
Sounds so good.
So anywho, we'll see you next time.